Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your yearly reading for 2023. I'm going to get your overarching energy first, and then I'm going to take it month by month. So let us see what is going on for you. Now, I've already mentioned in the January readings that it will be a slow start to the year. It picks up pace when Mars goes direct from the 12th of January. So you may feel like your year kind of starts round about then. Mars increases power, energy, and amplifies personal passion and desire to get moving on projects or targets. Also, Mercury goes direct on the 18th of January, and that delivers clarity, finding your voice, and together this wonderful pairing starts the year with your wonderful inner power. Now, in the water, before I've even started, I'm getting a couple of things going on for you straight away. One is butterflies. Now, that did show up for another sign. It could have been another water element, either Cancer or Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. But butterflies represent major transformation this year, okay? A chance to become, a chance to flourish and allow you to spread your wings. So you may have been going through some difficult transitions, but I feel the opportunity to come into your own in 2023 is very exciting, shall we say. Now also they're giving me the sound of a bell ringing, and I get the sense that I'm near a port. You know, where ships come in, or a marina, that sort of thing. I can't see anything. I can hear the bell, and I'm just getting a sense that I'm by the sea. You know, it's either a port or a marina or some sort. Now, if you choose to visit a place like that at some point this year, or find yourself in a place like that this year, listen out for a bell ringing. There's going to be a bell that rings, and it actually signifies good news coming in your direction, okay? I mean, you may be listening to this reading right now as you're walking down a marina, and you may actually hear this bell, or perhaps I'm picking up on a bell somewhere. Bells tend to represent change, ringing in the new, a transformation of sorts, but most importantly, good news. So let's see what your cards are giving me here for you. And let's get started. Now, the moon card, we have unknown, being guided, moonlighting, odd jobs, maybe night shift work or part-time. So when you get the moon card, this is about finding inspiration in uncertain circumstances. So you may be actually starting the new year thinking about what lies ahead and being very sort of, not confused, but I feel a little bit like cautious about how 2023 will play out, because of course we've been going through some radical changes in terms of humanity over the last couple of years. And you may be wondering what's next, okay? Now, I do see some positive changes here for you, but I do see that there will be lots of you being very flexible this year. Now, some of you may set up second streams of income, or you may already have second streams of income that will bring in various finances, and I feel like you start to build your pot nicely. The moon card is also about connecting to your intuition and finding inspiration, because a star is there. I feel deep reflection going on this year for you, where you really come to terms with the difficulties that perhaps you've had, and I feel a wish is delivered actually, but we'll get into that as we go month by month. We've also got pendulum. So this is really an indication that, you will remain open and flexible to all the changes that will come your way. And I feel like you're in control of a lot of those changes, but being flexible is the key. I'm not going to lie to you, 2023, there is going to be some bumps in the road in terms of world events and changes that occur, but I feel you've put yourself in a very good position and you're being guided and protected throughout 2023 as well. But it says here, fluctuating income, there may be some decisions you have to make, new strategies, so new approaches to the way that you do things. So you may leave outdated processes or relationships, friendships, things that you've outgrown. You've definitely left it in 2022 and you're embracing a wonderful, bright new start for 2023. We've also got seasonal work, job change, making choices. So there are big things afoot for you, but I feel you're in control of this. So it's, you finding a path towards your true north, your true happiness, and your true calling. So whenever you get a pendulum energy, it's like where to go next. So I feel you're actually mapping your progress, shall I say. You're perhaps looking back, self-evaluating on what occurred in 2022 and how you can move forward from that and what you need to do in order to put yourself in a really good position. Now, of course, the outcome, we've got abundance, the feather there. You're going to see a lot of feathers in 2023, but I feel it's more than that. You're going to get this sense that you are being guided, lucky events, things just working out in your favor. Even though, you will experience a lot of changes this year, I feel that, they are lucky outcomes, shall we say. They're all beneficial for your highest good. So it says abundance, easy money, divine intervention, light work, air-related, undecided, travel. Okay, so definitely some travel coming in for you in 2023. I mean, that's a very obvious thing to say, but we will go deeper in each month and see what's coming there for you. But I feel this is about you. Perhaps if you have already got a second stream of income or you are an entrepreneur, I feel like this is a year where you totally boss up, where there's a lot more finance and wealth available, because they give me the word wealth in the cards there for you. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and they've actually just given me the word wealth. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot more money at your disposal this year, but I feel like you're being really savvy with your finances and saving. We've got the bear energy, which indicates endurance. So there's projects that perhaps you're still have in motion, that you are still connecting to and investing energy in. You will keep moving towards your goals, and I just get this sense of you protecting what you've already worked for, being in a really good position. The bear represents strength, agility, and I get this sense as well of moving forward, because the bear operates under difficult circumstances and manages to thrive and survive. So even though externally there'll be some twists and turns this year for the collective, I feel like you put yourself in a really good position to weather any storm that comes your way, okay? That bear energy really indicates that you are very, very strong. And see if I'm getting anything else there as well. I'm getting just this main sense of strength, of movement forward, of having the courage to tackle anything head on. Now we have the Sun card, so lots of revelations, a lot of clarity this year as well. But I feel like this year feels warmer for you, if that makes sense. And I'm not just talking about climate, okay? I know that's a big topic that everybody's focusing on right now. I feel it's more about this sense of abundance, things working out in a positive way, there being a positive outcome. The Sun card also indicates relationships blossoming, but this year being a year of, I just keep getting this sense of warmth, feeling that there's love about you. I feel like you're trying to find the happiness in the everyday moment, and there's a sense of serenity and fulfillment about this year in terms of its whole cycle, shall we say. A lot of success coming because you worked for it. I feel a lot of hard work here and knowledge. With the owls, I also see you being a little bit more community based, shall we say. So some of you may get it active within your community, or you may actually connect more to friends this year. I get this social element to you. With the owls card also, a wealth of knowledge that is at your disposal to help you throughout the year as well. I feel like you're, how can I put that? I would say a lot of you as well will be, it's not that I see you working well into the night, because some of you may actually take up a course of learning or study, and it may be something that you do after work or after hours. Okay, I'm just getting the sense of you doing something after hours that perhaps is a side hustle or some sort of course of learning that helps you elevate and fly, because this year is all about moving on up. But I feel also there's this spiritual quest for development. So I definitely see a lot of you deepening your spiritual gifts, really investigating them a little bit more, investing your energy as well. And yeah, I get this sense of you being a very old soul. Some of you will go into light work because you are a light worker. So you may actually connect to things that help other people enhance their journey as much as yours. So some of you may use your experiences in order to help others, maybe write a book or a blog or do something in a social media sense where you actually get your unique voice out there to inform others, but at the same time, perhaps, there's a financial recompense as well. Now let's get straight to month by month, okay? Now there are major planetary developments this year. We have 5 planets shifting signs. And when that happens, it tends to cause radical change. Saturn and Pluto are the biggest changes this year, along with a little bit of Uranus shocking us along the way. So just to let you know, Saturn switches sign from Aquarius to Pisces, which is your sign, my beautiful Pisces. So this is very important energy for you, and that is on the 7th of March. Now, Saturn switching signs is a big deal. It happens every 2 to 3 years. It moved from Aquarius, it moved into Aquarius in April of 2020. We all know what happened there, right? During that period, Aquarius represents the collective, humanity, social interaction, independent thinking, and Saturn is to cancel, dismiss, stop, or disrupt the typical order of things, bringing in rules and regulations in a very forceful manner. So we all saw that round about, March, April time in 2020. So you can imagine the sort of effect Saturn can have. Now, it doesn't always have to be negative, of course. Moving into your sign is connected to health. And I'm just going to go get that card. One moment, please. So you'll see radical structures in the healthcare industry changing for the positive, okay? You may see those healthcare routines kind of change. You can also have healthcare systems that have better regulations, and everything changes. When it comes into Pisces, everything changes for the positive, and you're going to be affected in a very radical way because Saturn in Pisces actually brings good karma. So, there's going to be a very deep process for you this year of getting good karma, and also, it gives you an opportunity to break any bad habits as well as process deep emotions for better mental health. So I feel a lot of stress management will be accomplished this year, where we all look towards healthier eating habits, sleeping patterns, exercise routines, and being better to our bodies because of that Saturn in Pisces influence. Now also Jupiter changes signs. Okay, I'm just getting month by month and letting you know planetary alignments before we get all the cards. Jupiter changes signs every year, and it is the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. Now, it's important to recognize that it's direct right up until May. So any negative aspects, shall we say, of Saturn switching signs and Pluto, it tends to soften the blow because Jupiter, of course, is a benevolent force. So any of these shocks and surprises and U-turns tend to be for the positive, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that. Also, Uranus goes direct at the end of January, and that brings major shocks, changes collectively in terms of global events. But because Jupiter is in play, remember that it takes the edge off, and even some of these surprises can be very positive, bringing innovation and opportunity. The nodes change signs, which affects eclipses this year. I wanted to say calypso. So maybe someone is just reading the word calypso, or maybe you're just setting up a business called calypso, or calypso is important in some way. So please take it as it resonates. When I get a boost of energy, I get a word or an energy of someone being in a certain place, because I read off energy as well because I'm scrying, okay? So the word calypso just came out. So it could be relevant to you now. If not, I feel like it's very relevant to you in January in particular, not the year, but January in particular, okay? Now, when the nodes change signs, it affects eclipses, which has the potential to change major events. And Pluto moving into Aquarius this year, this is the big deal, okay? This is the one that has the power to change everything. It changes signs every 10, 15, 20 years, depending on the planetary alignments in the sky. Anything hidden or deeply embedded comes to light. This is the year of exposure, okay? So, and of course, it lasts for the next 10, 15, 20 years. You know, you'll notice this year, 2023, a lot of governmental documents from various countries around the world suddenly coming to light after a certain period of being kept secret, for example. And this may be things that happened like decades ago. It doesn't always have to be something that happened last year, but it can be something that happened decades ago that comes to light in order to expose, you know, things that have been hidden from society, because of course Aquarius represents humanity, society, things like that. And Pluto actually reveals these things when it goes direct. Now, also, if you've been in a repetitive cycle on a personal level, anything that you felt stuck in or you felt was negative or persistent, a problem, it's an opportunity to see major improvements in those areas and release those difficulties. So it is positive on a very personal level. Now, your first card is the Lover's card. This is January. So you're starting heavily in the law of attraction, because the Lover's card at grassroots, it is a choice card. So it is basically encouraging you to follow your heart or focus on the things that really resonate with your heart. And the Lover's card also indicates, you know, you vibing at a frequency that your heart desires something and wants to match the energy that is required to obtain whatever your focus is. Now, everybody's focus is going to be different, but I feel like you're approaching the year with love and with a sense of opportunity that anything is possible. This also is a card of you aligning yourself with your true morals and your true authentic self, and only deciding to vibe with things that align with your heart, okay? So you're cutting out any negative cycles, any negative in people or situations. You know, I mean, it's an obvious thing to say that you'll be connecting to resolutions like exercise routines, healthcare, sleeping patterns, all like that. I feel like you're setting major intentions that will actually be reflected throughout the rest of the year. But I'm going to pull some cards just to see what the Lover's card indicates for you, because this could be you being in the state of the law of attraction. So this is a very strong month to write a list about the things that you really want to show up for you this year. This could be partnerships on a business level. It could be, you know, deeper friendships. It could be you deciding that you're going to connect with your whole heart and launch yourself into getting out there, to have fun, to really have a little bit more of a frivolous year, shall we say, where you enjoy yourself more, bring a lot more excitement into your world, and just get busy connecting to people or situations. Whereas in the past, you may have felt a little bit isolated, or you may have felt that you had to have a lot of focus because you had some responsibilities. So the Lover's card can also mean that you're getting serious about attracting love this year if you have been looking for love and have not managed to find it yet. The Lover's card is about you being in a state of attraction. Okay, so let's see what they want you to clarify with this. Okay, so I mean, straight away we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. So if you're looking for love, this is a very strong month to set an intention to attract a soulmate that is vibing at the same frequency as you, that is on the same page as you when it comes to love. You know, it's important to find love, but it's also very important to recognize that a person that you connect with, their morals, their direction in life, you know, that they're all headed in the same direction that you want to go in. Otherwise, there may be difficulties later on. But I feel this person who's coming in terms of a soul level, is actually the right one for you. Okay, so I feel this is the year, if you're looking for love, this is the year to connect to the one. Okay. Now, on a personal level, though, I get this sense that a lot of you in January will be focused on perhaps doing a bit of DIY around the home space, or, you know, really connected to your home in order to save some finances. I definitely see the sense of you trying to get out of being stuck in a rut, but at the same time being very strict with your finances, or being very clever. It's going to be a very productive month. I definitely see some of you squirreling away a little bit of extra money, whereas you may not have been able to do that in the past month. There may be a bit of excess last month, but this month you're better financially off. But I also get this sense of you being very productive, as in, all about business, all about ambition and getting focused, being practical about the steps you need to take in order to deliver the success that you actually require or desire, shall we say. Also with the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, this is a card of conserving money, saving money, but also attracting more. It also includes protecting what you've worked hard for. But I feel a lot of you may be family focused or home oriented in the month of January, where you are, some of you may even be saving to buy a new home, or you've set an intention to buy a home for 2023 and you're getting really serious about it. So some of you may even go into real estate as well. King of Pentacles, some of you may even see some sort of leadership role available for you. You may step into a position at work that brings more status, because this is a card of, leveling up, bossing up, shall we say, and being a natural born leader. So you may even receive a bonus in the month of January that perhaps you are thinking that you may get last month, but it didn't show up for you. But I definitely get this sense of a little bit more finances coming on in, or you're looking at your finances and making sure that you're in a very secure position. The Four of Pentacles is, about holding on to what you've earned, because perhaps you're trying to buy a larger purchase. This is also a card of concentration. It's also a card with all those padlocks on there, and they're showing me in the water at the same time with this card, a measuring tape. So some of you may be measuring the successes that you've had in 2022, closing the door to that year and setting, of course, new intentions to build more security or more secure financial wealth. Now, it's not all about finances, of course, but I feel this is more about your home space in January. It's like, some of you, if you've got a mortgage, for example, you may be actually approaching people in a position to advise you on perhaps remortgaging or connecting to mortgage brokers, things like that. Real estate, I really get a sense of real estate in this month, or focusing on the home space, your family, just making sure that you're in a really secure position. Also, I get a sense of you having a foundation this year that perhaps you didn't have in previous years, because we've got the Five of Cups here and we've got the Eight of Swords. So some of you may be looking at January or even 2023 in general, like, how is it going to be different? How will it be different from any other year? It just seems like it's a time that just rolls into the next. You feel like you're in a cycle, and you may be wondering, some of you may have had a little bit of loss of motivation, drive, but this new year has given you a bit of a boost of hope. But then there's a bit of a fluctuation energy where you're like, but is it really going to be different? Okay. Five of Cups is about looking back on the year, especially in January. It's about looking back on the things that perhaps did not go so well, or the disappointments that perhaps you experienced, some of the difficulties that you had, and you're trying to let those go, because it's important. You cannot face the year ahead when you're looking back, okay? So it's so important to recognize that those things are in the past, and the past is an illusion. It is a memory. It no longer exists. So the only thing that really truly exists is the present moment, and you can start anything from that present moment, okay? Because if only you knew what is to come. As you see, this figure here is looking at the past flowers that have just started floating down the river, but there's something here growing, and it's about to arrive and come to a fruitful conclusion for you. And this figure isn't even focused on it. So it's like, don't be focused on past situations. Be hopeful for what is to come, because the universe is orchestrating things behind the scenes, things that you cannot even see yet, that will be very, very exciting for your future. Also, we've got the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling a little bit stuck, or again, it's a card of limitations. So you may be feeling that lethargy that, it's a new year, but is it going to change in some way? Because some of you may feel restricted, or there is some sort of impediment that has blocked your path in some way. But as you can see, the cage there is open for this figure. The Eight of Swords is so important because it's about identifying the things that have been keeping you stuck. So look back at 2022 and see the areas where you felt that you've been stagnant or stuck. And I feel making these radical changes, making a promise to yourself, because I feel January is the month of promise, where you promise to yourself you're going to come out of your comfort zone. And after a period of self-evaluation, anything you're dissatisfied with, you're actually going to move past it, and there's going to be a lot more promising developments as you move forward, okay? Also, if some of you are a little bit worried about finances with the Eight of Swords, I feel it's important to realize with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords that although you may have experienced difficulty financially, there is a lot more opportunity available to you towards, well, end of January into February, okay? And I feel that financially you will recompense whatever it is you felt you lacked or you lack in some way. I definitely see there being financial reward for you, or you attracting more wealth if you're worried about money. But I also get if you've gone through a difficult experience or breakup in the year of 2022, this year is much more promising for love, and it brings divine union. You will know you've met the one, okay? If you're already in a relationship, I get the sense that you're deepening your connection, and you and your partner will actually make some changes that will very well benefit your relationship. Some of you may decide to relocate or change the way you live, or just change aspects about your relationship that builds a stronger foundation. Some of you may also have a child this year, or if you're in a relationship and have not got married, I definitely see marriage on the cards here for you as well. For those of you who are tired, I get the sense of January being a self-evaluation month where you are very prudent with your finances to make a little go a long way. I feel like you're safeguarding yourself, and some of you may have even thought that you couldn't do certain things because perhaps there's been a lot of changes to pension rates because of the fluctuations in, what do you call them? Oh gosh, I can't think of the word now. Inflation and things like that, the rates. But I feel this will ease as we move into the year. There will be some still fluctuations, but I feel like you actually are in a very good position to enjoy what you've set up for yourself. And I definitely see planning going on for you. January is a planning month where you're thinking about all the wonderful, exciting projects and travel that you'd like to connect to. And I feel like there is a bit of a restructure of your schedule as well, so that it benefits you, more time for you, your family, but also to get out there and enjoy yourself. Some of you may have felt, if you've just become retired, some of you may have found it difficult to ease on into this sense of having free time. And you may be starting to open yourself up a little bit more this year and blossom into all that life has to offer during this period in life for you, which is very exciting. I see a lot of good things. Now, as you move into February, this is the Hangman energy. This is, of course, a Pisces card. So you're coming into your own. February into March, of course, is your birthday month. So I feel like you're looking at life from a different angle. You're in a really good position. This figure is on a chair, so you are supported, and you've put yourself in such a good position that you're able to turn things upside down or shake up, make major shakeups in your life in order to view things from different angles to see how you can benefit from opportunity. Also, I would say the Hanged Human, I get this sense of pause, okay? Some of you may be recharging your batteries around about this time, because I feel January will be a very productive and busy month for you. But I feel like with this card, this is about being in the flow, okay? Letting go, surrendering to the universe, whatever the universe has to offer for you. But there's new knowledge that comes in this month that will be very beneficial. It's almost like all the ingredients. You know, you're a very talented person with a lot of gifts in this lifetime, and I feel like you will be exploring those gifts as you move throughout the year. But the Hangman is using all those ingredients to make something that was potentially a difficult situation into something really, really special. So as you can see, we've got the rainbow there. Rainbow, you cannot have a rainbow without rain and sun. Very important ingredients that make something unique, special, that happens once in, every so often. It doesn't happen all the time. So I feel if you've been a little bit like clouded about your journey, I feel like you take a pause to get very clear on and understand the lessons that you've been taught and how to use the knowledge that is at your disposal. So let me just see the Hanged Human for you. King of Pentacles again. Now, I have been saying to every sign that basically, well, two things. One is there is a double of the King of Pentacles, or all the kings and the emperors in this deck. Male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. It does say in this wonderful Tarot of the Mystical Moments, you can take the cards out and choose the one that you want. But my guides asked me to keep them all in because I get a different energy from each of the cards. And also, secondly, every person, whenever I've been clarifying the months, they keep getting the same cards. So financially, this is going to be a very good year for you, where you're very careful with your finances, very ambitious, and you're in a business mode or being successful. You're still thinking and focusing on your finances, and I feel the home space is firmly on your mind. So some of you may actually decide to set up a second stream of income round about this month, or if you've already become an entrepreneur and you've set up your second stream of income, this is definitely a time where you will benefit. There will be some sort of flourish financially. It could be a bonus, or just a little bit of a trickle more money than you thought. I mean, this bonus energy comes end of January into February. So I feel like there is, a merge, a blend of energies where perhaps you'll hear news about some sort of extra finances or a bonus, and it won't actually be delivered to your account until February. We've also got the Six of Cups. So this is a period of nostalgia, reflection, a pause. So this is reuniting with friends that perhaps you haven't seen for a while. I mean, it is your birthday month, so I feel a lot of people will want your time. This is a card of going out there, enjoying yourself, sharing good memories with good people. But it's also a card of good news, some sort of offer coming on in. So again, I get the sense of you maybe setting some sort of precedence, stepping into a leadership position, being in a position of power, status, or taking on more responsibility within the home space or at work that will actually lead you to feel very much in control of your circumstances and just enjoying yourself. You can see that it's going to be a bright future. Again, if you're looking for a home, or you're looking to move throughout the year, I get this sense that you've decided to do it. And you're really serious about it in January looking, and I feel like there is a potential property that you may revisit twice that you're really interested in, and I feel like it is a lot of money, okay, whatever property this is, and I feel like you will obviously work hard to accomplish buying this, but I feel like you fall in love with this property. I feel digging deeper in terms of buying real estate. Some of you may discover a video online, for example, of how to use certain factors to be very savvy when it comes to buying property. I don't really know much about real estate, but I'm getting the sense of you getting a good discount or finding a way to buy something, purchase something by using some sort of tax rebate or something like that. I just keep getting this energy of you, there's money off this property, okay? But if you are into real estate, there's something in this month where you will revisit it twice or a couple of times because you've fallen in love with it, okay? Also, this Six of Cups energy. I'm going to go one more, actually. Six of Cups energy is a card of some sort of good news headed in your direction. Let me just see what I can see about that. Oh my gosh. I mean, you watch me shuffle the cards, my beautiful Pisces. It's money news, whatever it is. Okay, King of Pentacles again. So you keep getting alternating between the two Kings of Pentacles. I mean, I can shuffle this all day, but it's going to be the same outcome. So I feel busy month, administrative work, doing a lot of paperwork, using your intelligence to put yourself in a really good position. This is a card of success, being practical with finances, being strict with your budget, but also being respected. So I feel an offer is being given to you because you're being respected and appreciated for what you do. If you work for yourself, this is you gaining more clients, or in some way it could be wealth. They give me the word wealth. So this is obviously a very financially lucrative year for you, but I feel something you've been working hard towards, that you've been fighting for, is offered to you, and it puts you in a really good position of either leadership, but I would say you're being serious about work, okay? You're busy hard at work, but you're reaching a level that you're really proud of, okay? Now, again, I just keep getting money focus. So perhaps, I mean, interest rates are fluctuating around the world throughout this whole year. So I feel most of us will be thinking about interest rates. I feel like collectively the major areas where there'll be change are, healthcare systems, economics, of course, we all can see that. You don't need me to tell you that. Housing markets, I feel, will fluctuate, and I feel like there will be a good buying opportunity at some point. Even though interest rates for mortgages are high, I get this sense that there will be a fluctuation and then it will go sky high again. Okay, so I do feel, some of you may be watching and waiting for an opportunity, and it will arise. Okay, it will arise. Now, as we move into March, all change. Okay, this is one of your pinnacle moments where there is change. So this could be a new chapter, whether you're relocating in terms of your career or where you live. I mean, if you're retired, some of you may buy a property abroad or decide to spend a lot of your time abroad, because we've got the World card there as well. And there's this sense of travel or vacation or even emigrating this year. These may be thoughts that are going through your mind. Even if you're not emigrating this year, it could be something that you're working really hard towards, and it is a focus of yours that you will make happen. Your dreams are coming alive. They're becoming, a reality on the physical plane. But overall, there's a lot of change, and quick changes at that in this month in particular. So when you get this card, this is a card of rebirth. So I feel after a month of being busy but recharging your batteries in February, I get this sense of, you being busy again. It's like you getting a second wind. Also, I just get new opportunities headed in your direction for growth. So this is a very strong month for personal development as well for you with the Death card. Let me just clarify that for you. If it's the King of Pentacles, again, my beautiful Pisces, get out there and start your businesses. Starting your business is actually a good, this is a really good month for you doing that as well. We got the Death card clarified by the Fool card. So this does represent new energy, new adventures, new opportunities, and some of you may take that risk to change things in your life that you'll be so happy you did. So you may feel that there is, basically the Eight of Wands is like this good news, whatever this good news is that you received, it helps you elevate. It puts you in such a good position where there is security, excitement, much more fast-paced energy, because the Eight of Wands is all about movement, things getting quicker. Some of you, as I said, may travel, but the Fool card represents doing something different in a new way. So suddenly you may decide, you know what, I'm not happy within this career. I want to change. You may change sector, or you may say, you know what, I want to move out and I want to move to a different neighborhood, or I'm going to cut out dairy from my life completely. I feel like you do something radical in the month of March that really helps you and brings a little bit more enjoyment. King of Wands, yeah, you are in charge of this. You are influencing your circumstances. You're being bold. It's a month of being bold. It's a month of motivation, taking the initiative to make the changes. So they're really highlighting that you're in control of these changes, whatever they are. And they may feel a little bit exciting and thrilling, but at the same time, nerve-wracking. But I feel it sets you free. So, and I feel also there could be some quick trips, like a little road trip or a little weekend away or something going on there in the month of March for you as well. The King of Wands is a card, again, of being a leader. So I feel you're in high king energy this year. And again, male or female, it's not a gender-specific reading. The king energy represents the masters, okay? The masters of their craft, the people who have got to a certain position in their life and they've leveled up. They know what they're doing. They're in control. They have experience, and they're not afraid to use their knowledge in order to change their circumstances to move forward. So I feel like you're really, this is something exciting for you in March. And with this card, I feel that you're, there is a potential to do a little bit of overspending in this month as well. I feel like splashing the cash or buying, considering buying this large purchase is available to you, but I feel you've done your due diligence and you're in a position to do whatever it is you set out to do. But overall, I would say a very exciting month for you. March is all about excitement, elevation, okay, and again, status. So I definitely get this sense of passion being your power and you being led by your heart. Your soul is set on fire. So you definitely do something wonderfully new in the month of March that your guides are edging you to do. Okay, so in the month of March also they're showing me a bee. Okay, so a B represents community, but it also represents busyness, sweet reward after hard work. So I definitely get the sense of it being a very fruitful and positive month of success. These changes that you're making actually help you a lot. Now, I would also say about the death card there in this March month, sometimes when we're making radical changes, we start to feel a little bit overwhelmed, and because we look at the bigger picture, okay? Don't be overwhelmed. Try to take it step by step. Break it down into little pieces or little pockets or steps that you need to take in order to arrive at the bigger picture, and it will just seem a lot easier. They just want you to be aware of that. Now, as we move into April, we have the Hermit energy. So this is a card of, you know, withdrawing. So I feel like you're like month on, month off, month on, month off. But it's important because it's almost like you're stepping back to reassess. It's going to be a busy month in March, okay? So I feel with the Hermit energy, you can see a light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel you're very philosophical in this month about deepening your spiritual connection to source, but also reaching for something greater. Okay, as you can see, this figure is reaching for a star, reaching for inspiration, reaching for this feeling, because I feel like you're going to get encouraged by the universe. There's going to be a lot of signs in the month of March into April where there's a lot of signs that everything that you're reaching for is coming true. Okay, it's like this wish is coming true for you, but you are making steps towards it yourself, so you can be really proud of the efforts that you're making. Now with the Hermit energy, I feel this is about your inner wisdom. I feel like you're not being derailed from your path. Nothing is getting in the way of your goals. And with the Hermit energy, there may be this sense or this feeling that you want to go solo. You just want to go off grid for a little bit. And, you know, really focus on your journey or focus on your true north, your true reason for being. So a lot of you are going to be asking the bigger questions like, what's the meaning of life? What is my spiritual connection to this earthly plane? What is my mission? What am I here to do? And what am I here to learn? Because I feel like you're an old soul and you came to this lifetime with a lot of knowledge anyway, but I feel like you're reaching for higher learning in this month as well. So let me just go and get a card to clarify this for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to... Your guides and my guides are like, we said the Hermit, we meant the Hermit, okay? Even in a different deck. I love it when my guides do this because it really solidifies that the energy that's coming through for you is true to what will be occurring in the month of April there for you. Now the Hermit, I'm going to clarify that again. Let's see if they give me another card for this. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I feel like it's time for reflection, okay? You're going inwards for truth and wisdom, and I feel like you're being very calm and reflective about the changes that you've made in the month of March by this point. And I feel like you're gaining a lot of enlightenment, a lot of answers that you seek. There's going to be a lot of revelations in this month. Yeah, I mean, look what I just said. You're going to be really reflecting on the changes that you made in March, and that's the Death card. So, and that's what you got, of course, in the month of March. So you are actually reflecting on these changes and you're reflecting at how beneficial they are for you, okay? With the Hermit, as you can see, ships represent the journey. So it's like, if there's been any missed opportunities, you're starting to recognize that there is no such thing as a missed opportunity because what is meant for you will either come back around or there will be something that is even greater to take its place. So I feel like this is a real month for you, shining your wonderful light, recharging your batteries, and thinking about the next steps on your journey based on the transformation or the changes that you made in the month previous, okay? It's something to be really proud of. I really feel a wish is being delivered in this month for you, and it brings a lot of hope, a lot of serenity, and it moves you straight on to May. May is a very exciting month for you. A lot of success, a lot of reward, a lot of warmth in this month. This is a card of clarity. It's a card of being in a very powerful position and being optimistic about the changes that you put in practice. It helps you reach your goal, and whatever goal this is, you actually accomplish it fully in the month of July, okay? So the Sun card represents something you're building, coming to term, and you know, having lots of major revelations. And I get a sense here of relationships flourishing. You know, if you're in a relationship or you just met somebody at the beginning of the year, I definitely see you and this person making plans for the future and everything coming into a higher level of commitment. Now let's pull a card regarding that sun energy. I feel this is a real month of confidence for you as well, awakening to your sense of confidence, because there's this energy that's coming up for you right now, and they're showing me the bee again. Wow, they're showing me a bee on a sunflower. Okay, sunflowers tend to follow the sun all the way around as it makes its way around the sky in the daytime. So, I mean, it can be that you are focused on following your true happiness and you're going to make things happen. You're going to work hard. Bees, as I said, represent working hard with sweet reward, this sense of community, everything feeling warm and that everything's slotting into place, everything's coming together, being in a powerful position. But I feel like it's you, I get this sense of you recognizing that confidence is the key to your success, or the confidence is the key to you getting what you desire. Now, it's really important as well to recognize that you're in the law of attraction right from the beginning of the year, and thoughts become things. So the more positive you are, and I know it's easier said than done, but the more positive you are, the more shows up for you through the law of attraction. And it's about identifying areas where we feel doubt, where we feel that we can't push past something. And once we identify that area, it's worth working on it to eradicate it, so it has no power over you any longer. Okay, we got the Moon card and we got the King of Swords. So this is about the power of analysis. You know, overthinking, it's like thoughts become things. I just mentioned that. You got the King of Swords there. So this is, you know, being in a very analytical mode. Your mind is so powerful in the month of, well, I feel January in particular, and also May. Those 2 months, you know, ideas are coming to you. There's a lot of analysis. I feel like you are being honest with yourself. You're thinking before you act on things, but you have a vision. And I feel like you are a visionary. You're making it happen. I mean, pretty much every figure that's shown up for you is a king and one queen you had there as well, which is about really reflecting on the home space. So if some of you have set up a second stream of income or have some sort of talent, because I see how gifted you are, you may set up that business and it becomes something that goes a little bit more global, or it becomes international in some way. So if it's something connected to the internet, because this is a Gemini card, which really connects to the internet, or things going international, shall we say, far-reaching energy, I feel like you're really coming into your own and being in a very strong position of power, leadership, and motivation. Now, if you're retired, I get a sense of some of you taking some sort of trip towards the sun in order to write something. Okay, some of you may be writing your memoirs, or you may decide to write a book about your experiences. I get the sense that some of you may even keep your hand in the working environment by being a consultant, and you may have someone come towards you asking for some sort of advice in this month, and you will use your knowledge and think, actually that was really easy and I kind of enjoyed it. Maybe I could create something online that helps other people, and it just brings in a little bit more finances, ticks on over. What do you call it? Passive income. That's what I feel some of you are deciding to do. Or maybe you'll write a blog or something where you connect to people on a social level. King of Swords, though, you'll see that what you were thinking about showed up for you, because the Moon card represents the unseen coming to the surface. This is also a strong month for truth when it comes to global events. Okay, as anything that's hidden comes to light around about this month. You know, the Sun card is there, the Moon is the hidden, comes to light, and the King of Swords. I feel like if you've had a hunch about something, whether it's global events or whether it is something on a personal level, my beautiful Pisces, you will see that you were right. So trust your intuition. It's all coming to light. It will come to the surface. The Moon card also indicates you're putting yourself in a very clever position in uncertain circumstances, because the fox represents strategy, have the power of the mind. And the two indicate here that you are someone who is great at formulating a plan and executing that plan as well. Also with the Moon card, this represents the universe orchestrating things behind the scenes to show up for you. So I feel keep your eyes peeled, because I feel there's an opportunity that lies in the shadows in this month that will come to light and will surprise you. And it's really beneficial And I feel it's something that perhaps you've been thinking about for a while, but never thought it would show up. But it's actually going to arrive for you. There's a lot of growth in this circumstance. And I keep getting the sense of far-reaching. I mean, probably because of the tentacles on the octopus there. But the King of Swords is about networks. Okay, global networks as well. So I definitely get this sense of you reaching out to people in a sociable way, and something you've been planning or judging or weighing up, self-evaluating, it really works out in your favor in the month of May. Now, as we move into June, this is a very deep reflective month where you really connect to spiritual practices. Some of you may take a spiritual retreat round about this month, or you feel compelled to book one. The High Priestess is about using your crown chakra, that knowingness. And I feel after the month of May, you'll realize that the power of your mind is actually helping you thrive and bring dreams or opportunities to the reality, okay, to your reality. I feel a lot of study in this month. Some of you may connect to courses of learning, or you may be deepening your development as you move forward. Some of you may take up a hobby, or even some sort of spiritual practice that helps you develop spiritually as a human on your true path. I also get this sense of some of you being offered courses at work to bring on more responsibility that will help you obtain a little bit more money or a little bit more abundance. For example, some of you may be offered to be in a fire marshal position, or maybe even elevate in some way at your workspace, where they actually offer you a little bit more money for the extra responsibility. Okay. Doesn't have to just be a fire marshal. It could be anything. It could be like some sort of development officer, or someone who, because I'm seeing an official book with an official, what do you call that? Is it like a clipboard type thing? So I'm seeing that in the water. Now that could mean that someone's actually using a clipboard right now as I'm doing this reading, but it's almost like a checklist. And I just get the sense that there is responsibility there, and you feel proud to be in this position during this month. I feel like your inner knowledge, you were born to be doing what you're doing at that moment. So I feel like you come alive, you come into your own. But let's just clarify that for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I definitely see you deepening your sense of your connection to Source, or religion, faith, whatever, religion or faith or source you celebrate. I definitely see you deepening your connection with that. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, this is a self-evaluation moment where a lot of you will be really looking at the things that you connect to and wondering whether it is worth it, okay? Seven of Pentacles is a pinnacle moment. This is an exchange. It's like an accomplishment. Something that you've been working hard to do or be, you elevate, and it's almost like there's something you're given. I feel like there's something you're given that actually sets you apart from everybody else. It's something to be celebrated. You've got a Three of Cups here, so that indicates good times, excitement, some sort of opportunity to celebrate your accomplishments. As you can see, this is also a card of like sorting the wheat from the chaff. So I see you really checking in with yourself and making sure that you are very discerning about the company that you keep, okay? Finding balance between going out and having fun and working really hard. And I also get this sense of some sort of deal being offered to you in this month, a lucrative deal. Again, I keep thinking it's like more responsibility or something offered to you. Now, this is interesting. Thanks so much. I'm sure grateful. I get a sense that some of you may go on some sort of foraging course. Interesting. Or maybe something that you've thought about at the beginning of the year that actually starts round about this month for you. And this month I'm talking about is, of course, June. It's like foraging, like learning about what certain foods do for certain ailments. Some of you may go off learning about different mushrooms, for example. Some of them are toxic and some of them are really healthy. You may look at, apple picking, growing your own fruit. I get this sense of some of you really wanting to connect to the land. So whether you're retired or not, I see this as some sort of something that you're interested in order to benefit your health in a very positive way, where you're cutting out like you know, when they've got like preservatives and things like that, you want to eat healthy, organic. And I feel some of you may actually go on some sort of foraging course. I mean, that's very, you may go on it with friends, or you may be gifted it from a friend during this month. So look out for that. That's not a message I get usually. So, you know, please take that as it resonates. We've also got 3 of Cups here, which of course, as I said, is about celebration, but I feel it's a very social month for you. A lot of community-based events. They give me a word, excitement in this month. So it could be that you celebrate either news from you or a friend, and there's a lot more play in this month as well. It feels lighter this month. I'm just seeing if there's any other energy from this. Yeah, this is a month of good luck, actually. And I'm getting this sense of team spirit, teamwork. Some of you may set up something with a friend or with friends that will be very lucrative. But I get this sense of you expanding your friendship network as well during this month. Now, they just gave me this sense that someone sneezed. I get that occasionally. So if that was you, there's definitely something in this message for you. Bless you, goods and tight, whatever it is you say. But they're giving me the sense that someone sneezed. So again, please take that as it resonates. It doesn't mean... it's not your reading if you did not sneeze. I'm actually getting the sense, it's so weird, I never get this sense. The sneeze, I'm just getting, it's like rushing in and out. It's like out with the old, in with the new, rushing in and out. So maybe this is a, okay, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. This is a very strong month as well for doing a bit of decluttering, is what they're showing me. Decluttering around the home, giving some things to charity, for example. So I actually see you making some changes in this month as well that will have an effect on you in the future. And these may be spiritual decisions, and your future self will thank you for this month in particular. So yeah, very positive for you there. Now, as we move into July, you reach a goal. There's a pinnacle moment here where you step into a new phase. This is a card of abundance, success, being in balance, being in the flow, and being in the right position to meet the right people, right opportunities, and the right circumstances for you to benefit, shall we say. I feel like you're exhibiting strength, clarity of mind. Some sort of plan is coming together. It's like everything's formulating, it's coming together. And they're giving me the word distinguished. So I feel like some sort of acknowledgement of your position of power or wealth or status. It's like it's harvest time for you. So let me just pull some cards on the world card for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. This is definitely a very strong month for travel as well, and connecting to overseas. So 2 of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, as I said, whatever, the Emperor. Sometimes, because we've got the High Priestess there, we got the High Priestess again. So it's like whatever decisions you make within this month in June, they ripple, it's ripple effect, butterfly effect that moves on into July as well. So as I said, your future self will thank you because it puts you in a really good position, whatever this is. Now, the High Priestess can be an energy of caution as well. So I'm going to pull a card separately on that. With the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like it's caution. Don't spread yourself too thin. You're going to be doing a lot of things. Remain flexible though, okay? Because this could be a card where there are restrictions. We've got the Emperor there. And it's this Emperor, okay? And this Emperor is all about control. So the Emperor can connect to governmental bodies of advice or rules and regulations. So I feel perhaps this may be a month where you have to be a bit flexible or open to the changes that occur globally. It could be a month where, for example, you decide that you want to travel and there may be some sort of restrictions that occur and you may be limited to the date or time, or, you know, there may be some sort of, because I keep getting this sense of be flexible. So let me just clarify with a different deck there for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? yeah, be ready for action. There are changes. The Four of Swords in the reversal position, because I'm reading the uprights and the reversals from this deck. This is like after a period of pause, there will be action, but it's like, don't burn yourself out, okay? The Four of Swords in the reverse is like, don't spread yourself thin, burn yourself out. You want to be in a position of power, so be cautious about doing too much, attaching yourself to too many things. Okay, Eight of Swords in the reverse is like freedom. Okay, it's a very positive card actually in this position. It means escape, liberation. So maybe some of you want to, you know, have a great escape, like a vacation. I get this sense of, you know, you'll need it, of course, but I do feel like there could be a slight delay or some sort of fluctuation in travel events for you during that month. They may feel a little bit frustrating, but you will be flexible and you will still go on that vacation. That's what I'm seeing there as well. Now also, Two of Pentacles indicates finding balance. And as you can see, she is literally standing on a skyscraper, which could be a very precarious position, but she is balancing just fine. And I feel that you are you know, doing a lot of multitasking this month. High Priestess, you may even launch something that you're not going to tell anybody about. Maybe a change in your journey or in direction of some sorts. But I feel like you're trusting your intuition. Also, again, there may be, as I said, some sort of secrets that come to light during this period because of Saturn. And it's right from May, June, July. These are months where there may be some sort of information that comes to light that shocks people. Okay, so something that's been kept hidden, and I feel it kind of changes everything, but I feel like you've put yourself in a really good position to weather any difficulties, shall we say, because these two cards indicates they will not really impede you. You are free, you're flexible, and you know, they won't really put any restriction or fear on you in any way or any difficulty. Okay, so I get a sense of freedom for you there. We also have the Emperor, so again, you may see some sort of project that you were connected to, or even some sort of position of power perhaps that you were angling to get. I see you reaching that goal, because this is a month of reaching your goal. So you may have been working really hard behind the scenes, and suddenly everything comes in your favor and you are reaching that position that you've been striving for a long time. Now, if you're retired, as I said, I definitely get some travel here for you. Remain flexible to dates, because there may be some personal things that pop up that require your responsibility. So for example, and I'm just throwing out an example here for you. If you intend to travel during this month, suddenly, for example, if you've got children, they may, and they have children, for example, you may be called to babysit because there may be something that comes up for your children and they ask for help, and you may have to just like shuffle your dates around just so you can, you know, help out in the long run. I don't feel it's anything negative at all. I just feel remain flexible in this month. Yeah, but I definitely get also there may be some sort of advice that is given to you. If you're feeling a little bit uncertain about something, I feel like some sort of advice will be given to you by a mentor or someone that you really trust. If you're going through any legality during this month as well, I definitely get a sense of you getting good advice and putting yourself in a good position. Interesting that you have back-to-back really the World card and the Wheel of Fortune as you move into August, because this indicates a cycle of change, but for the most positive way in your life. This is a month of good luck, and not every sign has got good luck throughout this year, but you are getting a lot of beneficial luck in the month of August. The Wheel of Fortune indicates something perhaps risky that you thought was risky works out in your favor. Maybe something that you've been hustling towards throughout the year, but I definitely get this sense of lucky breaks in this month for you. This is a card of the ups and downs of life, but you're in fortuitous timing. So it's going to be on the up for you. Also, some of you, if you've been questioning your path, your true north, this is a cycle of change and opportunity. I get this sense of a window of opportunity opening for you to make, it's almost like make your destiny become more apparent, or So if you have, like, for example, a second stream of income, or you're doing a couple of jobs, I feel like you find focus on the one that's doing really well. You're looking at, it's almost like you're evaluating what's really working for you at this point, and, you know, developing that even further. It's like, do more of that if it's really working out for you. And it actually brings more accomplishment and more success. So let's see with the Wheel of Fortune, what's working out in your favor. Thank you so much, Spirit guys. Okay. That's not the card that they want, although I just will let you know it was the Hermit energy. I mean, you know, there's nothing more I can say. I might as well just close the reading right now and just go King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles plus King of Pentacles equals King of Pentacles, which equals finances, reward, hard work. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It is going to be, there's going to be, you know, a bit of hard work going on there for you, but you're using your intelligence to put yourself in a really good position. So more money or financial reward there. This is a card of affluence, building generational wealth. So some of you may learn something that helps you build generational wealth, like set up a trust fund, or, you know, I mean, I don't really know anything about those things, but I see videos online that pop up occasionally, reels on certain things. It's like, hey, do you know how to build generational wealth? And I'm like, no, you know, so I feel like some of you may actually find information to help you with that. That especially if you're retired, for example, you may use certain practices that are beneficial for when it comes to leaving a legacy, you know, not acquiring, what's that? Inheritance tax, things like that. So I feel like you may be looking at paperwork or something regarding that. Now, King of Pentacles, I'm just going to put it down here for a second, because I really want to connect to the energy. This is really about manifesting. They keep giving me the sense that you're manifesting. You're constantly in a state of high vibrations, and you're manifesting throughout the year. Your ambition is making you attract more and more into your life. Whenever you get a King of Pentacles, this is about attracting the best circumstances for the things that you are working hard on. So I definitely get this sense that you're going to be really proud of your thoughts becoming things. As you can see there, it's like building castles in the sky, but you're building castles in your brain. And that's what's making things bring so much success for you this year. So financial conclusions, I feel like there's a lot more finances available, but also enterprising. So far-reaching energy where you're setting up businesses that are going to be accomplishing great things. It's all about status. I mean, you even got that card there. It was about status. So I'll just pull one more, see what else is going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit guides, great angels. Can you please guide? Four of Wands. So definitely, if some of you have been trying to buy a property and you you know, find something that you want around about February, March time, I see July and August being the closure month, where you actually tie up all the loose ends. All the projects that you've got in play are closing, but I get this sense that you complete on a property around about that month, okay? And the Four of Wands is you really celebrating that and moving in. The Four of Wands is like commitment for something. As you can see, I just want you to be aware, you know, this king is thinking about the home space, excuse me, and the Four of Wands is all about a happy home. Okay, reaching a pinnacle, reaching some sort of climax that you will celebrate. The Four of Wands also is a card of, you know, having fun, getting out there with good people, celebrating good news, and enjoying yourself. But I feel like you're going to feel top of the world in this month as well. Four of Wands is a card of networking. So I also feel there may be moments where suddenly, out of the blue, you meet the right person for your circumstance, or suddenly there is an opportunity and you are put in a position to meet someone new that will help your path. I see this month in particular, and this is August that I'm talking about, August being a month of things changing. So for example, if you decided that you're going to go to the movies on a Wednesday night in August, you may suddenly get an invitation to something else. And you're like, oh, okay, you know what? I can go to the movies anytime. I'm going to take the invitation. And when you get to that invitation, that event, you meet new people that are going to help you in some way in your life. Now, or there's going to be, you're going to be celebrated in some way, or there's going to be good news that comes from that event. So this is, again, then I get this sense of being very flexible within this part of the year, because there's lots of opportunity flying in your direction for you to grasp onto. There's so much potential this year for you. Now, as we move into September, there's that window of opportunity opening right there for you. A wish is delivered in this month is what they're giving me. Okay, a wish is delivered in September. And as you can see, the staircase is there, which is an opportunity to elevate. I feel like you have a choice actually this month, in the September month. It's to elevate or hold on for a wish. So I'm just going to pull a card on that to see what's going on there for you. Because this card is a card of celebration, success, things coming full circle, and ascension. Okay, it's also a little bit of a reminder to follow through on any decisions that you're making. Okay, so let me just, Three of Swords, Page of Swords, and the King of Wands. So because with the cosmos, I feel like there's a wish being delivered, excuse me, and there being an opportunity to staircase or do something different. The Three of Swords indicates that there may be, I'm getting two energies from this, so I need to pull a card to get a little bit more clarity for this. But in terms of your goals, I feel like you're independent, you march to the beat of your own drum, and I feel like you influence your circumstances to, I keep getting this whole energy, and I'm sorry to repeat myself all the time, of putting yourself in a secure position. The King of Wands is leadership, excuse me, and you keep getting kings. So you're at the top of your game. There's a lot of motivation, vitality about you. You're setting your soul on fire, okay? But I also get, excuse me, this sense of somebody saying something wounding, okay? Because swords are about communication. And I feel there is an opportunity in this month in particular for there to be a misunderstanding. And there's a cause there to investigate it further as to see why this person or this situation has been misunderstood. But I feel like you gain clarity, and I feel like it may change your direction. So I can't really give an example. The only thing that springs to mind is, for example, maybe I'm thinking of an example. If you went for an interview at two places, right? And equally, you hold these places in high regard, high esteem, and you would love a job at both places. And both places are offering the same money. And both interviewees are giving you an opportunity to connect to them. And one person who is interviewing you may say something that you're like, excuse me? And it's almost like it may come out wrong, or it's misunderstood, or there's a misunderstanding there. And you're like, what? And they genuinely did not mean it. But it may instantly make you think, I'm not choosing that place to work at. No, I'm going to go with the other place. It's like, don't make a hasty decision. Investigate it first. Okay, so I'm just picking up on that because the Three of Swords can be a card that reminds you that words have the power to wound. So it's worth investigating and learning more about what was behind it. Okay, now this, I never get messages with a message like that with these cards. So this is very precise. So remember this for September, okay? Let me just pull a card separately on that Three of Swords. What is this difficulty about? Okay, as I said, there's a choice. The Chariot card is about the direction you go in, a left or a right. It's about change or transformation. It's about, whatever it is, a breakthrough moment for you. It is, have the confidence and the determination to choose what is right for you. But there may be a misunderstanding in this month because I feel like this person did not mean to harm you with their words. I feel like this person was trying to exert. It's almost like I feel it's a test. Okay. So, and I feel like you have the real potential to elevate and become very, very successful in this arena. But of course, if this person says something way out of order, then, choose the other one. Life's too short to be connecting to a-holes, right? So the Chariot card, you may move on from something. Some of you may even have a new start in this month as well. Four Wands, a separation. from something. I mean, as I said, I'm using the uprights and reversals in this deck. So the Four of Wands in reverse indicates separating yourself from something that you don't feel celebrated in, or it could be a move, okay? And for example, you know, if you've closed on a property or a real estate deal in the previous months, I get the sense that now you're like moving all your stuff into the property, and it may be difficult, and you may feel like, oh, there's so many boxes, you still got to work, it's really, really busy. It's like, investigate a way to, you know, enlist others to help you move, or, you know, get a removal company. You don't have to just get a van and do it all yourself. So just be mindful. This month could be a lot of pressure, okay, going on there for you. Also, Page of Swords, more learning, okay, investigating new ways of doing things, spreading your knowledge to help follow your heart. I keep getting the sense of you following your heart there, okay? Also, I see a lot of reading this month. Lots of reading new books. All the books that you've always wanted to read, I feel you're actually going to open yourself up to that. This is very precise. I'm getting like, this is the month you join a library. So maybe if you're moving to a new area, you're actually joining a library this month. I mean, that's very, very, very precise. So it may not resonate with everyone. Now, as we move into October, this is about your focus and you having that confidence to recognize that all the talents and gifts that you have were already within you. So even though you're bossing up on your knowledge and you're expanding who you are and what you know, I feel like you start to realize that actually you were naturally very gifted in these areas in the first place. Also, with the Magician card, this indicates the law of attraction working for you and you noticing it having worked for you throughout the whole of the year. The Magician card, though, is about focus. So I feel like, you know, this is now you being very focused and very strict on yourself, almost like you're ready to wrap up the year. Because I see here the month of December is going to be a month. Let me get my words out. December is going to be a month of having a lot of excess. Good foods, maybe alcohol if you drink, partying, invitations, you know, hedonism, shall we say, you know, really letting your hair down. So I feel like you're getting very focused about what it is you want. It's almost like that last push for the year as you move throughout October. Also, with the Magician card, I feel like your ideas are just, your synapses, your brain synapses are sparking all over the place. Let me just get, I feel like this is a magical month actually for you. You're steering clear of anyone trying to control you. I feel like you're steering your intentions towards what you want to accomplish as you close out the year. King of Wands again. So this is influencing your circumstances. Your passion is your power. Again, I mean, there's only so many times I can keep giving you the same card and the meaning of the card, because I feel like you are actually channeling this energy throughout the whole of the year. You're just in this very positive, charismatic energy where you are visionary, you're making things happen, you're not letting life pass you by, you're not wasting your time, self-sufficient, independent. You know, whether you're retired or not, I get this sense of you connecting to your passions this year. Some of you, your passions may be travel. Some of you, your passions may be sport or maybe art. You know, developing your skills. Nine of Pentacles indicates that you're building a life of luxury and you're being very conservative about your finances, making sure that you have, you're trying to live a life of comfort, but also at the same time, you know, save a little bit of money and treat yourself at the same time. Nine of Pentacles is a card of being self-sufficient, being proud of yourself for what you are accomplishing and feeling free. Okay, so some of you may actually leave the city to move into the countryside. If that's something that you're focusing on, I feel like you make major strides towards that this year. And again, I get the sense of foraging, learning, you know, more organic food or growing your own stuff is what I'm picking up here as well. But this is, these are cards of your taking action or taking the initiative to create a lot of abundance in your life, and you're boldly doing things differently. 2023 seems to be you doing so many things differently than you did in previous years, because you don't want to feel stuck or restricted anymore. So you're bringing a lot more excitement in. I feel like you're going for opportunities that perhaps sometimes you felt a little bit nervous to uptake, but now you're just going for it, and I feel that really helps you as you move forward. Also, we got the Emperor card. Now, November may see a lot more responsibility. Okay, I see you being a lot more stricter with your budget as well. So not much treating yourself in November, but I get this sense of you being in control, measuring your success or the developments that you've accomplished throughout the year. Also, I feel like you're going to look back a little bit and see how your knowledge really helped you in difficult circumstances. Although there's a lot of positive things, I feel like there is a lot of change going on for you, a lot of new beginnings in the year of 2023, and you handle them with panache and style, okay? Now let me pull a card of the Emperor. I feel this is when you will be in the full flow. If you have your own business, if you're an entrepreneur, I feel like you'll be so proud of all your accomplishments and hitting targets. I get the sense of you hitting targets head on. Wheel of Fortune, lucky. Okay, you're going to realize and be grateful of how lucky you are. You're getting the Wheel of Fortune twice. And also this card in particular really highlights that you followed your heart and everything fell into place. Okay, so I feel like you may be evaluating the strategy or the plan that you had and how everything is falling into place for you. Okay. A very lucky month of change. I feel like you start to see as well how the law of attraction has really worked for you and helped you build whatever it is you've been trying to accomplish. Okay. So what I'm seeing here straight away, I mean, it would not be your reading without another King of Pentacles. So again, financial reward. Again, I feel busy, okay, in this month for you. I feel administrative tasks, paperwork, business as usual, you know, measuring your success, as I said there, and even building new plans, because I feel you're thinking about 2024 before you even get to December, okay? What I see is the Empress. And if you and your person, you're in a high level commitment by then, if you can have children, this may be a month where you deliver a child or you get pregnant, for example. If you want to, not everybody wants to or can, but I feel like it's a huge month of abundance, projects coming to fruition, a lot more, you know, again, it's harvest time for you, shall we say, ideas blossoming, a very creative month for you as well, creative planning. Also get this sense of you developing self-care practices that will continue to help you, like managing your stress levels, connecting to healthier eating habits, basically being a new improved version of yourself, where you are your wonderful authentic self. Okay. Now also what I see is when you're looking back, Two of Swords, you're going to notice that any moments of indecision, I feel like you gave it good thought and you use your intuition to discover new lands or new experiences in your life. Two of Swords is a card of also being flexible, interpreting your situation from a different circumstance or viewpoint in order to find balance and duality. It can also connect to stalemate. So anytime you have felt stuck within 2023, I feel the Six of Pentacles came right around, which means the universe delivered an opportunity to help you out. Okay, so I really feel like you're protected and redirected in this month. Six of Pentacles is a card of balance and a gift. So this is a month where you will receive a gift from somebody. Okay, or an opportunity. Could be the start of something. I mean, this is the start of fortune. The Ace of Pentacles can also represent a gift or an acquisition, something you purchase because I feel like you're being strict with your budget. But I feel if you find like a good deal or a discount, I feel you may purchase something. But again, I feel like you're being a little bit more savvy with your finances. Ace of Pentacles could be the start again of a new business idea, because you're constantly moving forward and reinventing yourself this year and remaining flexible. What I can say is that there's a lot of financial reward available to you. The universe has got your back, and I feel any difficulties you experience, the universe steps right on in to help you in that circumstance to find clarity and find your way. Now you leave the year on the Devil card, okay? Now this doesn't have to be like a negative. This can be like you're letting your hair down, you're having fun. It's like you're connecting to like eating foods that perhaps are not so good for you because it's a festive season. If you celebrate or not, it can be that you decide over the holiday season that you just, have a little bit of what you fancy, which is, is good for you as much as it's bad for you, as long as you don't have excess. The Devil card can also be an indication that you'll be connecting strongly to a Capricorn energy in the month of January. Because, well, it's December into January, because, December into January, of course, is Capricorn season. So there may be someone, you may be invited to someone's birthday, for example, around about this time, because I see an invitation in the water, and I'm getting a sense that perhaps a friend who is a Capricorn or someone that you've met along the way in 2023 invites you to something that will be beneficial for you to attend. Now, let me just see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? 9 of Wands. Okay. Can you please? Okay, I would say be cautious of boredom this month, the month of December 2023. I do see that you will, there may be some sort of disappointment as well. Nobody likes to be delivering bad news, of course, but I feel it's not something that is detrimental to your life or to your progress. I feel like there's something that perhaps is hard won in the month of December, or you feel like completely nearly burnt out. 9 of Wands is a card of the wounded warrior. You took on the year in 2023 and you won a lot of opportunities, but I feel like you're exhausted. And you will see that whilst it was difficult, it was rewarding. As you see, the rose there is blossoming, and to smell the sweet rose is a reward. But of course, it's full of thorns, so it's difficult to get close to. And I feel that with the 4 of Cups, it can mean that sometimes you feel a little bit unfulfilled as you close out the year, because humans, naturally, they tend to look at everything that they've accomplished and they're like, oh, that was great. But they're more worried about what they haven't accomplished. So I feel, even though basically they're saying celebrate the little wins as much as the big ones. And I feel that if there's any difficulty, you are protected. Umbrellas represent protection. Your guides are stepping in to help you along the way. But I do feel like the 4 of Cups, there's like an expectation that you have for December in some way, and it's not met. So let me just see what that is. The Emperor indicates that you are, totally bossing up the year though, and you're really in a very strong position and you're expanding. So have compassion with yourself. The Emperor, did I say the King of Wands? I meant the Emperor, so I'm not sure. If I said the King of Wands, I do apologize. I'm feeling Emperor energy, so I just want you to be aware of that. The Moon card. Something becomes uncertain, or there's a surprise. I mean, the 4 of Cups does mean that there is a surprise. I mean, the Tower also represents a surprise that can be a little bit difficult to deal with. Let me see what else. Okay, don't lose confidence, I would say, because you are in a really good position. But I see the Moon card represents uncertainty, but finding a pathway through the difficulty by using your intuition. Now, this could literally leave you with a choice, because we have a wolf and a dog there, which is like representative of settling down, having stability, or having more freedom and independence. So, for example, some of you may think about a freelance job or position, and it may not go exactly the way you'd hoped for in this month. It doesn't mean it's the be-all and end-all or the end of the world. What it means is there may be some sort of disappointment, but you will find your way through it intuitively, and it will work out in your favor. The Emperor indicates you're in control. The Tower, now the Tower represents feeling stuck in a rut, imprisoned or restriction in some way, and it's about liberating yourself. So the Devil and the Tower are very interesting cards, because they are here to identify whatever is restricting us or making us feel stuck. Because you got the 4 of Cups there, it can be that there was an expectation you had that didn't get met, or you're just feeling like everything's really saturated and you're bored with your circumstances. They're indicating don't get discouraged, because you're being given an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Whenever you get this card, this is a Scorpio Aries card, And it basically means to pull things apart or deconstruct things in order to rebuild things in a stronger fashion. So I feel the Tower energy is about taking a leap of faith, knowing that you are being liberated out of feeling stuck in order to bring a positive shift in your life. We do have the Two of Pentacles. It's in the reverse, which means, you know, you don't have a choice with this. There is a major restructure in the month of December, and it may come from governmental advice. For example, if you own your own business, there may be some tax hikes that come in where you have to pay more of a percentage in tax. And it really is like a shock to the system, but intuitively you will find a way through that difficulty. So with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, it does indicate like it's like you may not have a choice. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse can mean you may be angry about this, or you may be a little bit frustrated about this, but do not lose confidence. Again, I feel like you're being strict with your budget. Queen of Wands in the upright tends to be someone who splashes the cash and, you know, buys a lot of nice sparkly things that perhaps you over time they don't mean so much. But in the reverse, I feel like you're not spending on frivolous things. I get this sense that you're actually putting yourself in a really good position to weather any changes that occur. But I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I do feel like December may be a month where there'll be a bit of a challenge, but I do feel like you overcome it and the universe steps in to help you. You may feel a little bit wounded or annoyed by it, frustrated by it, but I feel like it works out in your favor, okay? Now, I'm just going to go and get some final cards before we close for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got Tiger, Fire, okay? They want me to go one more, so I will. Okay. And we have Peacock, Vibrancy. So it says here, I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave, and mighty forces come to my aid. That is definitely your year in a nutshell, okay? A lot of passion, a lot of connections to good people, love. You know, there is this sense of reciprocal energy about you as well, and being on target. If you think about, you know, a large cat or any cat really, they tend to focus like a laser focus on the object of its desire, and then it does like that little shuffle where it's weighing up the best way to move forward, and then it launches itself and captures the object of its desire. So I feel that is you this year. Whether you're retired or not, I feel like you are accomplishing whatever it is you set out to. And also we've got Peacock, Vibrancy. Now this is about recognizing that your frequency changes your surroundings. We're all energy, so thoughts become things. And it says you were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. And I really feel you find that confidence this year. Whether you are someone who is very shy or whether you are someone who has a lot of doubt, I feel like you will push through those barriers and you'll open yourself up, and naturally you're going to shine. Naturally you're going to be appreciated, and the universe sends a lot of opportunity your way to grasp onto. So this is a year of potential. Now, I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me too. And finally, we have the trinkets. Okay, now you have the moon. I haven't had this trinket in a long time. I would say I haven't had this trinket nigh on a year or more. So the moon represents uncertainty, using your intuition, and, you know, opportunities popping out of nowhere when you least expect it, because the universe is conspiring behind the scenes. The moon also represents the hidden coming to light, okay? So a deep year of self-reflection and a protection, redirection as well. Redirection towards your goals, the things that you want to accomplish. There is a lot to accomplish this year for you. Also, the moon card is a card of purging any negative energy or releasing through spiritual process. I'm getting this word cathartic, okay, cathartic energy. And also we have an angel. So I feel like you are protected by your guides. It says here, made for an angel. Okay, so I feel feathers will be a presence in your world throughout the year to let you know that your guides are helping you in difficult circumstances. So I'll leave you there, my beautiful Pisces. Thank you so much, and love and light.